What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another one of Hoggie's Quick Beer Reviews. Today, I've been sitting on this beer for a while now, and its day has come. Today I bring you the Acme California IPA. This is brewed by the lovely folks at the North Coast Brewing Company in Fort Bragg, California. Now, North Coast is one of my favorite breweries because these are the people who brew two of my favorite beers. One being Red Seal, which is a copper ale, very hoppy copper ale. That's really good. If you're curious about that, I reviewed it on my website on beerbreath.com. But that's about, I don't know, 2-3 months ago I did that review. I love that beer. That's just one of my personal favorites. And these people also brew a beer maybe some of y'all are familiar with, Old Rasputin, which is a very popular Russian Imperial Stout, and at the moment my favorite Russian Imperial Stout. Personally, I usually have some of those in the fridge. That's like my nightcap dessert beer, but anyways. Now, North Coast makes the Acme series of beers. It's not just the IPA. They also have this guy, as you can see there, the Acme California Pale Ale. These are all empties. I was drinking this all last week. I bought these two together just to see what the Acme series was like. I drank the Pale Ales. I reviewed that for my website. That review I'm planning to put up along with the video review for this one sometime soon, so check beerbreath.com whenever you get a chance. Hopefully they'll have that up soon. But the Acme series also includes a brown ale, which it's on the website, but I've never seen it in person. But the pale is there, typical pale ale, and this is their California IPA, or India Pale Ale. IPA is one of my favorite beer styles. I always find it funny that within the beer world, the craft beer world, everybody makes an IPA. There are hundreds of IPAs out there. It's just a very popular style, and yet the rest of the world has no idea what an IPA is. I find that funny, but I love these things. It's just refreshing, tasty, hoppy. I love those kind of beers. And to give you an idea of what we're looking at here, the Acme California IPA receives a B out of 360 reviews on Beer Advocate, and it is 6.5 ABV. So, enough of that. Let's get to the beer. As always, my IPA goblet. Maybe not the best choice, the best glassware for an IPA, but I just like this for IPAs. Don't ask me why. Take a good look at the bottle there. Yeah. The IPA has the red label. In case you're curious, the Pale Ale is the black label. They're all Acme. Same swinging chick on the label there. But now, onto the beer. I always look forward to trying a new IPA because, like I said, I love the style, but you know, I'm trying to find the perfect one. Haven't found it yet. Got a couple favorites though, so I always look forward to this. And so before I even pour that, this is kind of cool. I don't really make a big deal about the caps, but if you can kind of get a look at that one, little Acme logo, that's kind of cool on the cap. Doubt I'll save it, but I still like it. Now, onto the beer. And off of looks alone, I like it already. I prefer lighter IPAs. Again, this is personal preference, but I don't like an IPA that's too heavy or too malty. And this right here is a hazy. It's a hazy, but like a golden color. This is very light for an IPA. This is on the lighter spectrum of IPAs I've tried. The head wasn't a lot, wasn't a very thick, very big head, but it's still there. Dissipating rather quickly, but still a bit foamy. I'm a little disappointed by the nose, I'm not gonna lie. There's grapefruit in there, there's pine in there, but it's just not that strong. You get a little malt in there as well, but this nose is much weaker than I anticipated. It's inviting, but it's weak. It is a nice blend of of malt and hops though. Hops are dominant, but again, not overpowering. But yeah, that's a very light golden color. Oh. You can only smell it for so long. Let's take a drink. The hops hit you up front, but they don't hit you anywhere near as hard as you'd expect it to be. This is tame as far as American, especially California IPAs go. And right now in the finish, there's like a hint of resin. It's not staying on the tongue. It's not heavy. It's not lingering. It's just barely there. A bit of hop oil. This may be a good IPA for those who don't like really strong hoppy IPAs, who like more of an English style IPA. But you know, it's not super thin, but it's not exactly medium either. It's in the middle there. It's a little maltier, and it has more body than you'd expect for the light color. And again, it's like, yeah, the malts come out a lot more than you'd expect for that lighter color. But the malts do a good job of keeping it all together. Might be a little over-carbonated. I don't know, I get a little carbonation bite as well. But I mean, it's not very complex. There's not a lot going on here. You know, it's like, it's a miss. It's a miss. You know, it's got some flavors and some things going for it, but things aren't meshing and blending and working together and interacting as well as you'd want it to be. It feels like, okay, here's malt, here's hop, here's a beer, you know? Yeah, no, shoot. I hate to say it, North Coast has let me down with this IPA. You know, the bros on Beer Advocate give it a B+, and Aside gets a B overall, but I find this to be tame. You know, maybe my palate has been ruined by too many arrogant bastards and you know, dogfish and ruination. I expect more in an IPA. This is not bad, but this is not, it doesn't have the oomph I was looking for. I'd call this a glass half full because there's nothing negative about it. There's nothing off-putting, but if you really want a good rock solid, you know, IPA, American hoppy IPA, this ain't your best choice. This ain't your best choice, and it's a shame too, because North Coast makes some really good beers, but if you ask me, they didn't try hard enough with the IPA. That's a shame. I'm still gonna knock a few of these down. Got some things to do. You know, this is a nice drinking beer. It is refreshing. It's good after work. It's good on a long day, but it's not gonna quench your fix. It's not gonna, you know, if you really need a hoppy IPA fix, this isn't gonna do it for you. What more can I say? The Acme California IPA. Not the greatest, but not a bad beer. I guess if you're an IPA fan and you haven't checked it out before, I say take a look at it. You might like it. You know, your version of an IPA or your definition of a good IPA may be different than mine. But that's that. Hopefully the next IPA I drink will be a winner, because this one's not 100% in my book. But regardless, thanks to everybody who tuned in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for checking it out and sharing the beer with me. Cheers. I'll see you next time.